Hello, good morning, guys. You guys are welcome to our first ever tutorial on Photoshop. And today, I would like to be doing an overview of the Photoshop app. Then, after doing an overview of the Photoshop app, I'll try to touch as many tools as I can that are related to graphics. Okay. All right. This is just for you to know that the Photoshop is an app that is meant for graphics design and it's meant for photo editing. Okay, so as for today, I would like to be touching as many tools as I can that are related to the graphic designer. All right, I try to create a file and everything, so I'd like you guys to just follow my lead. Okay, and I'll try to be talking about all the control plus this, control plus that I'll be touching. So get your books and be ready to write. All right. So this is a Photoshop app, and if I want to this is a Photoshop app, no file created. All right. So if I want to create a file on the Photoshop app, how will I go about this? I'll just Control N. Okay. Control N is to create a new file. I'll just go to file and click on new. All right. Click on new. I see beside this new they wrote Control N. Alright, so you just do Control N. Sorry, Control N. Control N. So as a graphic designer, this is just for you now to know that the Photoshop the Photoshop files are into pixels, inches, centimeters, millimeters, points, and picas. So as a graphic designer, you should work with pixels, okay? And the standard pixel that people use in square by square designs is the 3000 by 3000. So what I'll do, guys, is I'll try to create 3000 by 3000, and I'll try to create 3000 by 35, and I'll try to create 3000 by 4000. Okay, and I would like us to just see the shapes. All right, this is just me going through the Photoshop, and I'll do this in less than 30 minutes. Okay, so if you need more in-depth explanations of the Photoshop, you could just message me on WhatsApp or just comment on this video. All right, so I'll be creating the 3000 by 3000 now. All right, create the 3000 by 3000. I'm just trying to shift this. So I'll create 3000 by 3000. I'll just click on create. So you see 3000 by 3000, you see the square by squared. The length and the breadth are like equal lengths. All right, so if I want to create 3000, if I want to create 35, no, sorry, 3000 by 35. Okay, that's the length 3000 and the height 35. All right, I'll just click on Control N as usual. Control N. I'll leave the length, that's the width, at 3000. Then the height, I'll just correct it to 35, right? And this is just for you to know that when you install a new Photoshop, it's maybe it will not be on pixels. Okay, maybe it will not be on pixels, right? So just try to change it to pixels. Just click here, change it to pixels. All right, so by 3000 by 35, then you click on create. Now, guys, can you see the length, the height is longer than the length, instead of this that you see. So you see that most designs for like fashion and stuff, they use this square. All right, then most designs for events, maybe they use this, but most designs for events they use 3000 by 4000. All right, so let's create 3000 by 4000. Control N. This is 3000, then 4K. All right, 3000 by 4000. Can you see the length is far more than the width? Okay, so you see this is like way back. All right, so I'll be using all these three templates to teach us graphics. All right, I'll be using this cheap templates to teach us graphics, but the first tutorial is me trying to touch almost every tool that I can. Okay, almost every tool that I can that is related to graphics. You feel me? All right, so actually one tool relates to another tool. Okay, is one thing I said that one thing leads to another thing, like that. So the first tool I'll be trying uh to flex on is a text tool. Okay, text. This is text, all right, text. So you see, can you see how small my cursor is? This will tell you that anything I'll be typing will be as small as that. All right. So if I increase, let me say, I like guys to note this. Can you see the points there? The point is just to tell you that the size of how big your text will be. Okay, how big your text will be. I'll just try to keep my video within 30 minutes. All right. So imagine I type E, right? Then I increase my cursor to 16. I see it. Then I increase it to 36. Can you see it? Then I increase it to 70. Can you see it? All right. Now, the biggest point here is 72. Okay, so peradventure you need to write something bigger, all right? Of course, you come across some font size that are, let me say, bigger, are smaller, so you need to increase the point to a very large size, all right? So let me say you type on the text, right, 200, all right? You see how big this shit is, big, big. Can you see? Now, can you see that from the text tool, I came to this first tool. Now, this first tool, what is the name? The name is the move tool. If you want to see the name, just bring the cursor close by. Then you see Photoshop writing the name for you. They're not writing it. Actually, they are supposed to write it though. Move tool. Move tool. You see, so some tools, right? I will introduce you to them, but the more you learn Photoshop, the more you do trial and error, you get to learn how these tools are. All right. So you guys should notice something here. You should notice something here. All right. This is your this is uh your workspace. All right. This is your workspace. All right. So guys, with this, I would like to go back and import an image into Photoshop. If I want to import an image into Photoshop, how will I go about this? Um, let me use this girl. She looks pretty, so let me use a girl. May no come be like say I be gay. So open with Photoshop. Okay, sorry. Okay. If you want to open a picture on Photoshop, right click, use your second hand to drag this image into Photoshop. I see it loading. Now guys, I'd like you guys to note that I've introduced you to the text tool, I've introduced you to the move tool. Now, if I have imported this girl into Photoshop and I want to remove the background on this girl, how will I go about this? I'll simply go to this tool. Can you see this tool now? This is the quick selection tool. I'll click on quick selection. All right. When I click on quick selection, follow my lead. Okay. I'll go to select subjects. Oh my guys, this video will reach 1 hour, sha. But let's be seeing how we try to. Now, can you see? The Photoshop have has selected this image for me. But if you could see, this image is not perfectly selected, right? Now, if I want to remove the background, just watch where my cursor is moving. I'll come to this side. Have you guys seen where my cursor is? Add layer mask. I'll click on add layer mask. Now you see that it has selected the image, but this image is not perfectly selected, all right? So okay, sorry. Sorry, let me import this image again. Click drag to import, place it. All right, go to your selection tool, click on selection tool, click on select subject. It will be going all around. Okay, then if you want to make this image bigger, click on control, then click on plus. Now hear wetin I talk. Click on control, then click on plus. Alright, when you click on plus, find out that when you are selecting this image, you want to select inside, but when you are selecting this image, it's selecting outside. Alright, so now if you want to select this image, alright, click on alternate to go inside. When you click on alternate, right click, alright, click on alternate with one hand, using your left hand. Click on alternate, right click, alright, then using your right hand, drag it backward, drag your cursor backward. Okay, now I'd like you guys to note the size of my cursor. Alright, how do I get to know the size of my cursor? Check at this heading. Can you see 5 here? Can you see 5 where I'm pointing? Can you see 5? Alright, so use your bracket key. Your bracket key is below the plus on your keyboard. Alright, use your bracket key. The front bracket will increase the size of your cursor. Now, I would like you to pay attention here. Right? You see the 10 will be increasing. 40 now. And you see how big your cursor is becoming. Now, when you want to select small areas, you need to reduce your cursor. How do you reduce your cursor? Use the back bracket. Alright, the back bracket is below the minus sign on your keyboard. When you click on the back bracket, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. Okay, now come back here. I told you that when you want to select inside, click on alternate, right click, that's with your left hand, then use your right hand to drag it back. Alright, drag it back to suit everything. Alright, now just when you are designing for somebody, now this one you want to select outside. You don't need to click the alternate, just right click and select outside. Alternate is like reducing it. Alright, when you are designing for somebody and you are to use pictures, always ask the person to send you very clear pictures. Like this picture is not really clear. Alright, it's not really clear. Now if I want to make this image smaller, I'll click on control minus. Okay, now if I want to select this image, I go to here, add layer marks. Can you guys just follow where my cursor is? Can you see where my cursor is? Add layer marks. Alright, now I've removed the layer and everything. If I want to make this image smaller, I'll click on control minus. Okay, sorry, not control minus. Control minus will make everything smaller. Okay, see guys, as I'm making this video, it's good I'm making some errors, okay, so that you guys are following up 100%. It's not good for me to be all perfect, to be like I just crammed the video, I came and pour for you. Okay, I didn't practice this, I just woke up and I'm like, okay, let me do a review of the Photoshop. So I'm prone to errors. I'll make errors, correct it so that you guys will learn better. All right, so if I want to make this image smaller, all right, if I want to make this image smaller, I will make sure that my workspace is on this image. All right, now if you want to rename your workspace, just double click. Now you see the text highlighted. Maybe I want to name this layer model girl. Just go ahead and type model girl. Now just make sure that your cursor is on this picture. All right, then do Control T. Control T is to trim. Okay, do Control T. Control T. Now can you see this? Right, Now if you want to trim this, right click and drag down. Now can you see that the girl's image is becoming smaller? It's not maintaining the usual size. All right, now guys, if I want to return this image to how it was, I'll click on Ctrl Z. I told you guys, have a book. Okay, have a book. I'll just be talking this thing, but man, for you to grab what is in my head, you need to write. Okay, so if I want to return this image to how it was, I'll click on Ctrl Z. Ctrl Z. Boom, this image is back to how it was. Ctrl Z is Ctrl undo. I hope you guys are writing this thing down. Ctrl T was to trim. Ctrl Z was to undo. Okay, all right. So you notice that when I was trimming this image down, the shape wasn't maintaining its shape. Now if I want this image to maintain its shape, how will I go about this? I'll click on Shift. On my keyboard, I'll click on Shift. All right, when I click on Shift, I'll right click. Can you see where my cursor is? At the edge of this picture. All right, I'll click on Shift. I'll right click, and I'll drag it down. Now can you see that this image maintained its shape, sorry, not size, but it became smaller. Right, can you see? Okay guys, I want you guys to pay attention now. I'm about to disappear in your presence. Okay, let me just make it like that. I'm about to disappear. Boom, I will just disappear now like this. So follow my steps. Okay, can you see that my cursor is still on the selection tool? All right, now if I want to move this girl's image, I'll come back to the move tool that I earlier on introduced you to. Can you see? I'll move this tool, I'll move the girl. All right, so if I have this girl's picture like this, then I want to if I have this girl's picture like this, then I want to duplicate. Okay, if I have this girl's picture like this, then I want to duplicate her picture, maybe make her picture plenty. How will I go about this? If I want to make this girl's picture plenty, how will I go about this? How I'll go about this is simply pressing Ctrl J. I told you that guys, I'm about to disappear, so follow my steps. All right, Ctrl J. Ctrl J. I'd like you guys to pay attention to this workspace. Pay attention to this workspace. All right, I'm pressing Ctrl J now. Ctrl J. Can you see that thing duplicated? But can you see that I can't see this girl being 2 here? All right, now if I want to make this girl 2, I'll simply drag the image apart. Now can you see how becoming plenty? All right, if I want to duplicate again, I'll go Ctrl J. Now it will be this one. It will not be the first image. Okay, I hope you guys are following up. If I want to duplicate this image again, I'll go Ctrl J. All right, I'll go Ctrl J. Okay, if I want to duplicate this image again, I'll go Ctrl J. Can you see? I've made this girl into 5 places. Okay, if Photoshop was real, this is how we'll be sharing wives among people. Just come, duplicate a wife, give anybody you want to. Okay, so basically I've introduced you guys to almost every tool. Now if I want to delete, I just look on your keyboard on the topmost right corner, you see delete. Just click on delete and everything is deleting like that. All right, now I would like to introduce you guys to the gradient tool. All right, I would like to introduce you guys to the gradient tool. So I'll bring my cursor back to the background. All right, when I bring it back to the background, I'll click on this, then I'll click on gradient. Can you see where I clicked? I no lost though. I'll click on gradient. Can you see? The gradient has changed to black and white. All right, but that's the default gradient. All right, If you want to like check out the gradient, just cancel. Double click here. Can you see, guys, see where my cursor is going? Double click here. When you double click here, this is where you are going to like arrange your gradient out. Can you see? Like you are arranging it. Oh, you are arranging it. Eh? Then imagine I want to change this black color to any color. Double click on black. Oh, was it like that? Okay, not really black. All right. Okay. Imagine I wanted to change this color to sky blue and pink. All right. Just come here, select any color. Of course, this is red and green. Okay, this is red and green. Okay, but if you want to change it to sky blue and pink, just come, double click on the green. All right, go to your sky blue, select your sky blue. All right, double click on the red, select your pink. Can you see? Okay, now I've changed the gradient of this. I've changed the gradient of this whole thing. Okay, now if I want to reduce the opacity of this, just come. Can you see? Opacity, making it thick, making it light, making it thick, making it light. Photoshop na flexible shit abeg. You can do anything you want on Photoshop. Anything you want to go do am. Can you see? I've changed this girl's background and everything. Okay. Now I'll be introducing now to the brush tool. This is the brush tool. This is just for you to know that any tool you see it with this white thing under, when you right click, you get to see other tools. So on the brush tool, let me see other tools are here. Brush tool. All right. When you want to click, it will ask you this layer must be rasterized. Since when I've been learning Photoshop up to today, I've not known the meaning of this thing. Just click on OK. All right. Now, can you see how small your brush is? If you want to increase the size of your brush, how will you go about this? Using your bracket tool, you use the front bracket. The front bracket is just below your plus. Okay? Just, can you see? Literally, your brush is becoming large, right? And secondly, take a look at this 60. It is at 60 now, right? When you are using the front bracket, it's increasing 250, 300, 600, 1K, 2K, like that. Your brush is becoming too big, alright? This is just for you to just for me to show you the brush tool. Now on the brush tool, you have the opacity to control how. Now can you see how your brush is? Maybe you want to reduce the opacity. Okay. You want to reduce the flow of your brush. You want to reduce how smoothing it is. You want to change the mode and everything. Okay. So I hope you are following up. Now, this is your eraser tool. Your eraser tool is small. If you want to increase it, use your front bracket. Once you use your bracket like that, like that, like that. I see. This is your eraser tool, like erase anything. Right? Small, just anything, right? Now, if I want to erase all this, if I want to take this picture back and remove all these things, how will I do? Control Z. Control Z will just go backward once. Now pay attention. If I want to start going back step by step, I'll click on Control Alternate. I'll be tapping Z. Control Alternate, tap Z. Tap Z. It will be going back step by step. Step by step. Step by step. Control Alternate Z. Okay, I hope you are following up. Then this is like the gradient tool, still the gradient tool. Then I would like to introduce us to the shape tool. I would like to introduce us to the shape tool. This is a blurring tool. If you just want to blur an area, just do it like that. I'd like to introduce us to the shape tool, of which I'm not seeing. Where is the shape tool, for Christ's sake? Mm, okay, this is like you see that control plus that I was doing. All right, this is like the tool for enlarging an image. Now, if you want to go back, how will you do? Anytime that you want to do um a counter row, just click on alternate. Click on alternate, then click, 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 click. I'd like us to note something. Can you see that in the middle of this shape we have plus? So the moment I click on alternate, it becomes minus. Note this shape too. Once I click on alternate, it becomes minus. Then it is going back, right? Once I click on plus, it becomes big and is going up. I hope you are noting all this. The text tool. In the text tool, we have the horizontal text. That's the one that is if I want to reduce the size of the text, I'll just go here, point, reduce it like this. The horizontal text tool is typing like this. Okay, so imagine I want to type blue. It is going horizontally. Okay, once I save it, when I come to the text tool, I'll right click. Once I right click, you see vertical type tool. I'll click on vertical type tool. All right, when I type blue now, you see that it is going vertically. Okay, it is going vertically. Now let me just take you guys through some few stuffs, right? Let me just take you guys through some few stuffs. Right click, take it back, okay, to the horizontal. All right, so if I want to stroke this text color with a different color, how will I go about this? I'll just click on FX. Can you see FX here? These tools down here are very, very important. You guys should just love this side of the Photoshop. Okay, just love this side of the Photoshop. When I click on FX, I'll click on stroke. Now I'll take it up here so that at least I'll be seeing what is happening on my tool, on my text. All right, when I click on stroke, I'll now increase the size. Can you see? It is becoming bigger. What about the position? The position is now it is inside, chopping inward. Okay, when I click on outside, you see the position outside. Click on OK. Now can you see that my text is black and is lined outside with white? Okay, so imagine how I want to remove this black color inside this text and leave only the white. How will I go about this? Can you see where my cursor is? My cursor is on the opacity. Being on the opacity, when I want to remove this black color is the fill. Okay, this black color is the fill. So come on, fill, then slide it down. Can you see that black color don go? Eh? That black color has gone. Has gone. That black color has gone. Can you see it? Very, 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 very important. Now these other tools, I'll just like you to just explore them by yourself. Then this tool, of course, you know that it is a cropping tool. If I want to crop like this, just click enter, it will crop. But I do Control Z. Hmm? If you want to make the image smaller, Control minus. With this, we have done justice to introduction to graphics. So what next? What next? What next? Just tell them don't crop. Don't crop. What next? What next do you guys need to know? You guys are already professionals in graphic design. Oh. Now don't they chop money already? I can see somebody having a deal of 1 million already to be designing for a company for 1 year. What next do you guys need to know on graphics? Of course, just to recap, file to create new file, Control N. Okay, to create new files, Control N. I don't want to do everything here. I'll do a video how to work on backgrounds in Photoshop. How to work on backgrounds in Photoshop. Okay, I'll do a video on that. And I think I'll continue that video from here. So, and basically, if this is your graphic design and you have already finished everything and you want to save, how will you go about saving? You can just come to File, click on File. When you click on File, click on Save As. Okay. Now, name your file. Maybe it will say design, right? And make sure that where you are saving this is directed to documents. All right. Now, the default saving in Photoshop is PSD. Make sure you carry it to JPEG. When you carry it to JPEG, save. It will tell you that the quality is like this. So take the quality to 12. That's the maximum. When you take it to 12, believe me, you are a professional graphic designer and you have saved your first work. Where is it? It's supposed to be. If you don't see it here, just go to quick access. Now drag it out. Can you see? You have designed your first graphic work. You dey hot. Now, you know I usually teach you guys something in many ways, right? If you want to save, come to this file. Can you see that save as is shift control S? Shift control S. Shift control S. Okay, shift control S. Can you see? It will take you to that side. So instead of clicking here, click, why not just do something? Do you understand? Just dey do your thing in a shortcut way, so that if somebody is looking at you, the person will get lost. Okay. Now, if I want to save again, I can go Control Alternate Shift S. You guys follow the thing. Control Alternate Shift S. Control Alternate Shift S. The Control Alternate and Shift, I clicked them with my left hand only. 3 fingers on my left hand. Then the S, I click it with my right hand. Hope you guys are following. Now, this is just like the background of your image. I see. And to shift it, just right click, then drag it with your right hand. If you want to make it small, Control minus. Just like the way the Control minus works everywhere. Okay. Now, make sure it is on JPEG. Make sure the quality is maximum. Make sure the quality is maximum. Here, the quality is maximum. Okay. Make sure here the quality is 100. Then here it should be the size and height that you wanted. Okay. Then save. It will ask you that you want to save to desktop and all that. It's the same way of saving. But this one is mostly used by photographers. If either want to save your picture on PNG or JPEG, I'll be making more videos on that. Okay. So guys, with this, I've come to the end of my introductory video on Photoshop. I just hope we went through everything. Even if we didn't go through everything, but a video must not be up to 2 hours before you finish introductory. Okay, introductory just touch on few things just to prepare you. Okay, then I'll make sure that I'll do up to like 30 videos on Photoshop. I hope you guys are with me. So just strap up your belt, and in 1 month you learn graphic design big time. Okay, so see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye for now, guys. Stop.